Hey guys, welcome to Titty Head's channel. Please like and subscribe for more videos and check out my Patreon in the description box down below for more content. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm your host Titty Head and this is Titty Head's channel. Today we're going to be taking a look at the new Harley Quinn movie, Birds of Prey, The Emancipation of Harley Quinn. Wow, that's a mouthful. Starring Margot Robbie. Now, this is directed by Kathy Yan, and it was written by Christina Hodson, along with Margot Robbie. This film also stars Mary Elizabeth Winstead as the Huntress, Journey Smollett-Bell as Black Canary, Rosie Perez as Detective Montoya, Ali Wong was her girlfriend, Ewan McGregor as Black Mask, and Ella J. Basco as Cassandra Cain. Overall, the movie was good. I thought it was very entertaining. It was very colorful. I did notice that all the colors pop at you. Like whoever thought of the scenery, the director most likely, Kathy Yan, the scenery popped at you. It wasn't like flat color tones or anything like that. Even Harley Quinn, when she attacked the police department, which you see in the trailer, she's using like confetti and colored bombs and things like that, and she's not trying to hurt the cops. She just wants to get the little girl out of jail. Spoiler there. It was very colorful, and I actually like that. That actually played into the movie, even when it's at night, and like she blows up the Joker's old base. It's like firecrackers going off, and I was like, huh. The movie for a rated R movie was very lighthearted. It wasn't as harsh to the eyes as you might have thought it would have been. Because I would think in an action movie it's going to be like blue tones and gray and dark. This movie brought the color. Not only did it bring the color and be vibrant with it, it brought the music. Like I kept noticing, I was like doing this thing right here, like, oh, hey, what's that song? What's that song? Okay, I like this song. Or Journey Smollett-Bell, she actually sings "This Is a Man's World." I'm like, man, that girl can blow. Listen to her, wow. So I thought that was very good. Like the movie it kept surprising me actually. And I've seen a few other reviews so far, and for whatever reason, people seem to keep comparing this movie to John Wick. I don't get that. I don't understand. I feel like John Wick is gonna be the new road to be taken when it comes to action movies because it's so popular right now. But I don't see this movie trying to impersonate John Wick. A lot of people complain about the fight scenes being highly choreographed. Every fight scene is choreographed. There's no way around that. I don't feel like this movie did it in a bad way, except for the funhouse fight at the end of the movie. It seemed very gimmicky because Harley Quinn and the Joker used to live in a fun house, and now they're fighting it. So they're using all the trampolines and all that kind of stuff to fight the people. I thought that was a little, I want to say childish because I don't have a better word for it, but I thought that was a very big gimmick, and I would have been happy if they left that out. It was a long fight too. It wasn't like 5 seconds. It was like all 5 women fighting all these bad guys in a Joker-esque house with trampolines and stuff like that. And I was like, that could have been left out. It didn't diminish the movie any, but it was like a 5-minute scene where I was like, okay, I'll just wait 5 minutes for this to end, and then we can get back to the movie. But it kept that theme going, and I know the movie is named Birds of Prey, but just to get this out the way, it's a Harley Quinn movie, and it's been portrayed as a Harley Quinn movie. I say 75% of this movie is just Harley Quinn. Although there are 4 other women in this movie. This movie is really just a Harley Quinn movie, and it's introducing the Birds of Prey, and they aren't even called the Birds of Prey till like the end of the movie, which is also when the team up happens at the end of the movie. And that's when they are the Birds of Prey. So with that being said, a lot of the characters, Cassandra Cain, Montoya, Huntress, and Black Canary, they really don't have a lot going on in this movie. I felt like Montoya was a wasted character. Cassandra Cain, I felt like she was a bit of a wasted character too. She did kind of help promote the story a little bit. You can see how her character was useful in the story because her character actually combined or helped Harley Quinn and Black Canary join forces because they both had her in common. But her character in general, they could have found a way around her. Like they could have really left her character out and you would have had the same movie. Black Canary, Uh, Journey Smollett Bell, wonderful job as Black Canary. Loved it. Absolutely loved it. My only drawback from her is she is Black Canary, and Black Canary has that sonic voice. She used it one time in the whole movie. Once. Being the only person in the movie with superpowers, I would have expected her to use that a little bit more, especially since she had fight scenes. I would expect it like punch, 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 scream, punch, punch, punch. You know, like little screams, not big ones, just little ones, to show that she had that power. They didn't even do that. I feel like whoever made this movie, Kathy Ann, never watched the Arrow TV show. It didn't have to be one big scream, which is what it was at the end of the movie. It could have been several little screams. And then after she did her little scream thing, she passed out. I'm like, what? Why would she pass out? Like, why? But I just felt like that was a wasted opportunity. I mean, several, in fact, because she could have used that throughout the movie and she didn't. Huntress, Mary Elizabeth Winstead, sorry, as the Huntress. Okay, well, her character, from what I understand of the original material, is pretty close to the comic book version. She's part of the Bertinelli family. They're very rich. They're a very big mob family in Gotham, and they were all gunned down by collective other groups. She escaped. Now in the movie, she's sent to Sicily, and she's trained to be an assassin. Somewhere in that progress, though, she lost the capability of just communicating with people on a natural basis. So when she talks to people, she's very abrupt. She's not. I don't want to say she's not coherent, but she has like she's very odd when it comes to social communication. She's very odd. She's like, yeah, that might be funny, but I'm not sure because I don't hang around people. It was kind of weird with her. But I thought she was good as that character. I love when they finally introduce her as the Huntress, and I think she's in the mirror. She's saying, "You know who I am, right? You know who I am, right? You know who I am, right?" And it's just like she's trying to get her catchphrase down or her introduction down to strike fear in the hearts of the people that she's probably about to kill. And for whatever reason, that reminded me of Batman. I don't know why. Like, Batman grabbing that thug's like, "Do you know who I am?" And like, "You're Batman." He's like, "That's right, punk, and I guard Gotham." And, it was funny. Like, and that one scene popped out at me. I was like, that was pretty funny. So I thought she did a great job at that. Ali Wong, who is really in a high spike in her career, like she's really coming up. She's got Netflix specials and all that. She wasn't utilized very well at all. I mean, she had like maybe 5 lines in the whole movie. I'm like, why would you bring Ali Wong in to do this itty bitty character? Like, I felt like her talent was wasted on that. And of course, they allude to the fact that her character, she was the assistant DA, I believe, and she had dated Detective Montoya at some point. And they kind of alluded to that. And I was like, okay, well, Montoya's character and her character don't have a lot going on in this movie. And that was a big problem. I felt like a lot of the characters weren't developed. Like, you were introduced to them, and that was about it. But they weren't developed. And I think that was a drawback to the movie. That should have been worked on. But overall, it didn't hurt the movie. It just didn't help the movie. And I just like, like you've got all these characters and you're not doing anything with them. Like I said, 75% of the movie was just Harley Quinn, either talking to a character or breaking the fourth wall. It did help that she was narrating the movie, but it was wasting the other characters. Ewan McGregor as Black Mask was freaking awesome. He was not true to the comic book version. He was more of a kind of like spoiled rich kid who got whatever he wanted as long as he was killing people to get it, for lack of a better term. In the comic books, Black Mask is a mob boss who's attached a black mask to his face so he can't be identified, which is odd because now everybody knows you have a black mask on your face. Not only that, I think he's a world-class boxer, so he's very good with his hands. He's fought Batman on several occasions. In this movie, no, he's just a mob boss that has henchmen that do bad things for him. He really doesn't get his hands dirty. He has this subordinate, Victor Zsasz, who was in the Gotham TV show, if you remember that. And Victor Zsasz is normally a kind of crime guy throughout the Batman mythos. In this movie, he works for Black Mask, and he's like the number one henchman, the number one goon. When Black Mask wants somebody killed, Victor Zsasz is normally the guy that's doing it. That's played by Chris Messina. He was a little, I'm not sure, because he seemed to get off on hurting people. And they didn't really put any lines in the movie or allude to it heavily, but you get the feeling that he had like feelings for Black Mask. Like he might have been gay, but they didn't. And of course, neither one of them are ever truly seen with a woman. So you're not sure if like Victor's ass is supposed to be gay or not. But it's weird. It's like they get close and the way he talks to each other, and it's really weird. Like they should have probably, and like I said, character development, they probably should have just explained that a little bit just to make that clear, because otherwise you're just watching the movie and you're kind of wondering like, is this dude gay? I mean, is he supposed to be gay? I mean, what's the deal? You don't know what's going on, and that's something that's just kind of left out. The problems with this movie. So, two problems with this movie. One, of course, is, like I said several times already, the character development. The second problem with this movie, there are no good men in this movie. None at all. Not even one good guy in this movie. Nope, I'm sorry. Nope, question mark. The guy that saved Valerie Bertinelli from her assassination and sent her to Italy, that is the one good guy, although he did send her to Italy to become a super assassin. So that is the one good guy. Every other guy in this movie is a bad guy. Like, there are none. That's even the guy who rents out a room to Harley Quinn and calls her all the time, doesn't call her by name, calls her Lotus Flower. He sells her out to like the cops and the mob. And he's like, they were just offering me too much money. I like you, but now I can go start a new restaurant where I can't cook food. His food is crappy. Everybody knows his crap. But he's like, I got more money to start a bigger restaurant. So basically they gave him money to start a restaurant so he can go fail because his food is crap. But my point being, there are no good men in this movie. Every man is an asshole, is a douchebag, and all they want to do is hurt women. There's even a scene in the movie, and I didn't understand this scene. I didn't understand why it was in there. I guess it was just to show how bad Black Mask is, Ewan McGregor, where this lady across the room is laughing, and he's like, is she laughing at me? He goes over to her, tells her to get up on the table where they're eating dinner and take her dress off and start dancing. And she doesn't do it fast enough, so she tells her boyfriend to do it. And I'm like, what is the point of this scene? That was a really weird scene. It's like the lines between men and women in this movie are just like so far apart and they can't get along. I thought that was really weird. I'm not sure what kind of message it was supposed to be in this movie, but it was like, it was a fleeting and passing moment, and it was easily forgotten for the most part. Like, the rest of the movie was so enjoyable. The fight scenes were awesome. I love seeing Margot Robbie in these fight scenes. I know they got a bunch of bad flack for it, saying they're too choreographed or whatever like that. They were great. I love them. That was probably the highlight of the whole movie, between just the comedic moments between the characters and the fight scenes. They were enjoyable, except for the Funhouse one. The Funhouse one was too much. But the fight scenes were awesome. They didn't go overboard. Like, I love even the cars in this movie. There aren't any Benzes or Lamborghinis or anything like that. They're driving old school cars, rag tops and stuff like that. I was like, Harley Quinn's in a minivan for a little bit of the movie. I'm like, the movie fits so well together. You can't help but to like it. It was a good movie. There's a few bad spots. There's always going to be a few bad spots in every movie. I loved it. I thought it was a great movie. I would say go check it out. Are you going to go see Harley Quinn or Birds of Prey? Have you seen it already? Let me know down in the comments. I want to thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate it. You have a good day. Peace.